Or you can buy an axe, grind it good. And how much do I have to pay you to chop me into little pieces? Wouldn't it be worth it? Wouldn't it be fun? I'm going to stick with the pocket knife so I can stick myself, like teenage girls do, in order to feel alive, you know. You could murder someone with a small pocket knife, but it wouldn't be easy, since it would take many slices. And maybe one stab in the eye would do it, but what if my victim struggles and I get strangled? Well, I guess I can imagine dying like that and feeling a sensation of regret or, oh no. Because I have started thinking about it, I have to have one of those machetes. Yeah. So I can have a half a gallon and then cry over spilt milk. Once you get started, you can't stop until you finish. And let me tell you, it's never over. This is it, me without a sword. Thanks. Yeah. I'll try another song.
Okay. We've got 4 more minutes.
4 minutes?
Yes, 4 more.
I'll try another song and I'll read it later.
Okay, sounds good.
I have a lot of money, I really do. I have a lot of money, how about you? Let me inside your purse, how's about if you pay first? What matters is what you got when you're old. Ooh, how much have you acquired? Can I stay at your house? That's what I was told. I just got fired. Some people live from day to day to day. Some people never get tired. Some people pay and pay and pay and pay and pay and pay just as soon as they get hired. What matters is what you got when you're old. How much have you acquired? Okay, I'll read my other thing that I did. This says, this essay is about the theme of saying one thing and thinking another, which I suppose we all do, since I suppose that everybody is just like me, and they better just like me. That's why I never tell you what's really on my mind, but just sort of naturally say and do kind of whatever happens depending on who's watching, or better put, who I'm watching. Think of a plot where a bank gets robbed and have the actual robbery in it, but the plot also has perps, planning, perhaps plugging protagonists, plus. Now who gets the money? And thrown in must be a special kind of unique conflict between the thieves or among the cops, and where are the girls? What I want to know is who gets the girl. I act in every way the way I am supposed to act, the way other people suppose I will, except they suppose wrong. What kind of secrets? Everyone wants to at least know what kind. I have enough of an imagination I can attribute. It's a secret about sex, right? I know where you can double your money, but it's a secret. What? Just hold this bag. Here it is. So I'm left holding the bag, man. And the bag man isn't supposed to look inside the bag. Screw you. I would like to have a home business that I could set up in my room. And it would be a little factory that made a small machine with various raw materials and plenty of saws, drills, and customizabilities to seize. Selling groovy little swizzle sticky wedgies from a website. This one's called, thanks. This one's the last one here is called A Band On. My brain acts like a parent and I really have to run away. I'll be taking my brain with me, of course, you know, in a jar, me running, but my brain, as it sloshes around in the formaldehyde, it'll be acting like a child. And now I can do anything I want. But what do I want to do? Why did I run away? I have a real bad headache. Thank you. Yeah.
All right, we have about 55 minutes left, so how many of you want to read again or play again? Whoa, cool, okay, whoa. JJ, no? No? Okay. So,
I'll go again if you want me to.
okay, I think you will, okay. So everybody except for Ray and JJ, is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay,
Where's
so,
Robert? He'll go.
Yeah, Robert, go ahead.
Yeah.
oh, right, because that's how many of us?
6, 7. Well, we should all raise our hands and count.
Right.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Raise your hand if you want to go again, so we can count. Raise your hand high if you want to go again, so we can count.
Okay, so what do you have here?
6.
John?
1, 2, 3, 4,
Steve wants to go.
5, 6, 7. Marcia's going, yeah?
Yes.
8. And then Robert
And
would be 9.
Robert, right,
That'd be 9. So 5 times 9 is 45.
right.
So that's probably about it, right? So 5 minutes each.
So 5 minutes each, okay, great. So let's start from the top. Okay, Buford?
All right.
5 minutes.
All right, Peter.
Oh, Marcia, change your mind?
5 minutes?
Oh, then 6 minutes each.
All right, 6 minutes.
That makes 6
6
minutes each.
minutes, okay, cool.
All right. Yeah. Till school starts. For my Balboa High special ed students, till school starts, I have to worry about money. Not that I don't have to worry about it all the time. But when the checks are coming in, even though they're small ones, they're at least there, or here, at least for a short moment. Then the bills come in, the rent, the student loan repayments, for when I finally received a long-awaited master's degree at a very gray 56 years old. Till school starts, I'm scraping bottom, riding the subway with the good-looking unwrinkled who earn their daily bread, starting by typing on laptop keys and reading text messages or trying to relax in the light of their iPods. As usual, teachers and teachers' aides are shortchanged here in the summer, and until the quote big bucks start rolling in again, I'm going to worry. Oh, I'll worry after school starts too. I'll just be concentrating also on helping those with deprived or deficient skills get back on the school year's fresh, unridden horse for 180-something days of traveling together. Oh, this is a poem I love, written by City Lights bookstore owner, Lawrence did. It's called Allen Ginsberg Dying. Allen Ginsberg is dying, and it's in all the papers. It's on the evening news. A great poet is dying, but his voice won't die. His voice is on the land in lower Manhattan, in his own bed. He is dying. There is nothing to do about it. He is dying the death everyone dies. He is dying the death of the poet. He has a telephone in his hand, and he calls everyone from his bed in lower Manhattan all around the world late at night. The telephone is ringing. This is Allen, the voice is. Allen Ginsberg calling. How many times have they heard it over the long, great years? He doesn't have to say Ginsberg all around the world. In the world of the poets, there is only one Allen. I wanted to tell you, he says. He tells them what's happening, what's coming down on him. Death, the dark lover, going down on him. His voice goes by satellite over the land, over the sea of Japan, where he once stood naked, trident in hand, like a young Neptune, a young man with black beards standing on a stone beach. It is high tide and the seagulls cry. On the San Francisco waterfront, there is a high tide. There are great white caps lashing the Embarcadero. Alan is on the telephone. His voice is on the waves. I am reading Greek poetry. The sea is in it. Horses weep in it. The horses of Achilles weep in it. Here by the sea in San Francisco, over the waves weep. They make a sibilant sound, a sibling sound. Alan, they whisper.
Six, okay, good. So nice to be able to do a couple more of these.
I love stuff about kids. Thank you.
I'm gonna trust myself without the microphone. Can everybody hear me?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
lovely.
Okay, this is a slightly longer poem. The title will not make any sense at first, but follow along and you'll get it. The original Adam Forepaw shows living statues on horseback, Barlow and Anfet, two Champman horsemen in daring illustrations of celebrated statues while riding upon bareback horses, proclaims the crisp, vividly colored reproduction of an antique circus poster, doubtless rendered several sizes smaller than the original. A water and color illustration depicting performers painted the dusty pallor of marble, plumed helmets, swords raised as though in the heat of battle, the whole of their costume white, and we imagine perfectly still atop their thundering pedestals of tautly muscled horse flesh. How quaint the scene seems in its carefully staged intricacy, the violence, the movement itself, seen from sufficient distance now to have become almost mythic, as remote from our 21st century as it must have been from the classical poses it so seamlessly emulated. And this in a world no doubt already primed for a war whose horrors Edwardian gentility could scarcely have imagined. With what innocent optimism the final line of text declares, unnecessarily as it seems to us, positively the 31st annual tour of this great show. I could have seen, like positively the final or something, and positively the 31st. I'm like, what the hell does that even mean? Okay. Snapshot without an observer. Was it the smell of rain in the tulip trees, the crispness of near autumn peculiar to the East Coast, cumulus already massing as though posing for a photograph someone would one day remember? That first year of high school, there was a sheen on common things, cars and streetlights, sidewalks starred with moss, a luminosity that in hindsight was only the sense of endless possibility. Youth is granted so briefly. This one, the Manhattan skyline seen from West New York, New Jersey. This early afternoon in the second decade of the 21st century, the light powdering off the spire of the Chrysler Building is, as I remember it, from the 70s. Gunmetal sky beaten flat, river refulgent as wrinkled foil. No movement is visible from here along the West Side Highway, but the skyscrapers themselves, many unfamiliar after years on the opposite coast, seem magnified somehow, whiter and more metallic, as though this were already the panorama of 50 years hence. And I find myself missing the vista of my childhood, a mosaic of dirty browns and grays that somehow seemed comfortable, acknowledging close kinship with the dust. A former teacher of mine hated the ending of that one, but I kind of liked it. I don't know, what do you think? Okay, this is called sable. The word means a number of things, but in heraldry it's a shade of black. W.B. Yeats, the story goes, young and impecunious in London, rubbed lampblack into his stockings to hide the rents in his boots. Barely a century earlier, sailors burned cauldrons of pitch on deck to keep water sprites at bay. And I'm assured that the India ink generations have counted on is nothing more than midnight's tallow, fat with the leavings of guttered fires. In the Middle Ages, sable showed, dare we say it, its darker side. Blood pooling beneath fevered skin lent a name to the scourge that tested the piety of saints. Notwithstanding, I trust the darkness, moist flannel enfolding a summer night, stars pinned like disappointments to its unblemished mystery. It seems to me that I had one more. Let me see if I do. Nope. I think we're putting it all anyway.
There it is.
Okay, thank you, Robert. Okay.
For whom the bell tolls.
So to speak.
Okay, so Johnny, you're next. Daryl has just walked in, and so after Johnny, we'll have Daryl read for 10 minutes. Okay? Great. Okay, thank you, Johnny. Got 10 minutes.
Trade places, Robert.
There you go. Keep on trucking. Now that I have a wheelchair, I tell people keep on rolling till your wheels fall off.
Just like that Bob Dylan and Sam Shepard song.
Okay, so this is one most of you have never heard. Even though it is an older one,
Yeah, it's that
I
connector.
think you will get a kick out of this. It's one of my favorites. I've played it for quite a while. You'll recognize the character. Generosity, it's only natural. Profound philosophy, it's only natural. A lifelong friend, true blue to the end, coming through again and again and again. Who is this thoughtful, gentle spirit that source has sent? It's only natural, he's Mr. Natural. It's only natural, he's supernatural. Appreciativity, it's only natural. Unique creativity, it's only natural. A strong proclivity for peace and civility, communication, understanding, and community. Who is this joyful soul promoting so much unity? It's only natural. He's Mr. Natural. It's only natural. He's supernatural. natural to believe. It's only natural to perceive. It's only natural to be free. And he is Mr. Natural. He's supernatural. Luminosity, it's only natural. Intense curiosity, it's only natural. The soul that resonates musically, he's in tune with nature's symphony. His dance card always full of friends to accompany. Who is this mindful maker of reality, sweet melodies? It's only natural. He's Mr. Natural. It's only natural. He's supernatural.
Wow.
I'm now going back to my anarchistic self.
I'm all embarrassed.
I'll end on a hard note now.
Nah, don't be.
I feel.
This modern life can be a little tedious, too many things on which to think. Like bills, health issues, or family, all taking you to the brink. Got so many woes, don't know where to go. The anxiety makes you sick. What you need may be a little anarchy. Why don't you go throw a brick? Just go throw a brick. Go throw a brick when you're at wit's end. And you can't find or don't have the time to bend the ear of a friend. If it gets too thick, I've got some masonry to lend. When you need relief quick, go throw a brick. When you need relief quick, go throw a brick. Sing along. Go throw a brick. Go throw a brick. Go throw a brick. Go throw a brick. We've been told our responsibilities are to this planet wide, and the many beings that inhabit it, both on the surface and inside. Seems like way too much for anyone to take. I guess it's just life's dirty trick when you decide you don't want to handle it. Why don't you go throw a brick? Just go throw a brick. Go throw a brick when you're at wit's end. And you can't find or don't have the time to bend the ear of a friend. If it gets too thick, I've got plenty of masonry to lend. When you need relief quick, go throw a brick. When you need relief quick, go throw a brick. So if you don't have a criminal record and nobody knows who you are, you could probably use brick gravity and stay free of the police radar. Why should you waste your hard-earned money on some overpriced therapist? Every anarchist knows the answer to all your problems. Why don't you go throw a brick? Yeah, just go throw a brick.
Yeah.
Thank you, Marsha. Thank you, JJ.
Always.
There's a party going on all the time. For God has said, the abundance of a heavenly banquet here on earth. A lovely vibration dances quite freely through time in temples for ocean words, peace and joy. While in crowded drums nearby, beggars ahoy. Where is a bridge out of these troubled waters? The means carried forth through time shines. At least since Buddha's time, take refuge in the Buddha, in the Dharma, in the Sangha, in the Eightfold Path out of suffering. Like a bridge over troubled waters, I will lay me down. Love and hate, a two-edged sword. One opens doors of delightful passion and atonement. The other shuts out lights, some forever. What skills have you to bridge the gap, to carry to procreating futures for ourselves and our children? In alleviating of greed, anger, and delusions. Have you the means to create artful living, passing beauty through thought, to form, to creating a dwelling of peace? Starting now, every second, except for self-improvement. Yes, I see a vast array of colors on my palette. I paint away the pain, the draining, the downdrift. Now a red-winged blackbird sings in the morning light. My lover and I are intertwined with a bright day in store. Pegasus, I mount in the garden pasture by the door. Onward swiftly, now I dance on the path of righteousness and love, in joyous exchanges and delight, to heavenly music, ha-ha, as the time bombs are dismantled. Children, laugh or cry, it's up to you. Breathe, dance, delve into my life, love. Like a bridge over troubled waters, I will lay me down. An atomic bomb designated the dust toxic and eating flesh. The garden desecrated. Did God abandon, or did we abandon God? Lives of lonely disarray, the deserted and deserting. Yet hope springs eternal in breath, in quest, in creativity. A flower blooms in the desert. The water of EQ and IQ can return the garden. So care must be taken of resources, knowledge of evolved elders, songs, books, and personal attention to habits that need unshelving or changed. Egos mustn't get in the way. Focus of mind, effort, time well spent. I walk towards the flower with a watering pot. Someone creates an irrigation plan. Someone else collects needed seeds. A fruitful spending of time, as useful life skills are sprinkled into the soil of children's consciousness. Souls now are well fed, as the light of truth and love shines on. Civility returns in a brighter ray of poetry, dance, art, philosophy, a marriage celebration of truth and love. Play and laugh. I love it. A determinedly tossed kiss, a sign, was thrown with emphasis, and a waiting black beetle determinedly there to help with the feast. So banish your dragging, deserted feelings. There is much to celebrate, and much care is needed for our Garden of Eden. Sometimes you're more able than you think. Carry on in light and love, in hope and peace, in the flow of the great river back to source. holy, beautifully holy. Why not? There's a generosity of God, nature, and man that wasn't expected. The cushioning waves swirling around me since daybreak. An unparalleled day, luxurious ocean waves crashing and dancing, and I a weightlessness of belonging. Most people live on a lonely island, lost in the middle of a foggy sea. Most people want for another island, one where they know they would rather be. Held, fed, wed, not having to beg, dread, and beg. I've left behind the holding on by fingernails, results of the new king corporate America, which amazingly obtuse people serve, this absconding of all reason, righteousness, and justice. Citizens' satisfaction with warmth. Real, play and happy delight. He wants me to mend. That's what I'm here to do. Listening to bird calls, floating on the benevolent ocean. It is our world, our time. Peace and an ultimate high of belonging. Treasured, understood, loved, cared for. I've got papayas, peaches, sandy beaches, and my loving husband. I'm asked to dive into this ascension of transcendental play, transcending time and peace as the loved one should, one held and celebrated. There's no friction or gravity, only creativity, relaxation, and pleasure. He says to me, dive into my love, dive into all realms outside the norm. For here at my heavenly home, you are welcome. My dream of let the beloved be me come true. Ha! Here curiosity and intrigue envelop as he lights the flame of my heart. Now shirtless of footing on the white sandy beach, I see him approaching with a towel, welcoming me back, and to get more treats in his arms, his life, our life, mutual manifesting, partners in a treasure trove, beloved. You are so beautiful to me. I wanna be with you, Lord. Hallelujah. Hare Krishna. It's the wolves, rats, and snakes we must watch for. Those killing civility, elders, children's future, mother birth. They're confessed freedom, love, respect, sacredness. Is wrong. Haters not knowing this advancement of humanity is there within our hearts and minds, in our choices. I'm not playing. Start playing nicely. Start shape-shifting. Wolf takes wolf. Peace, love, wolf arise. The great expanse, not so huge, just above this rise. And I guess you could say, love can make you feel this way. I've got sunshine on a rainy day.
Owen, you have 6 minutes to read.
Justin, Can everybody hear me?
Yes, we
Good.
can.
I can't hear you, Owen.
What?
I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now? You can't hear me now.
Oh, and I think actually today you've been mic'd the best that I've ever heard you. You really are coming across very clearly.
Thank you, good. Well, I finally come to the crust around here. Because people were saying they couldn't hear me at first. So I asked, everybody hear me? Seconds lost. Below the bushes, clouds cover the sky with an iron will. Will and certainty, that's what I have not at all. Thoughts pensive, traffic flowing like a river. The day like no other, like a sentence of the force of others' free will. That is, I think I'm free. I think I'm free. Friends have a mind like a pogo stick. Bounces but nothing in between. Passion stirs the masses. There is one mind I seek. Somewhere here, there, maybe there is somewhere in the droopy banners, moving impossibly to catch the clouds. A bad poem trying to be original. A faint wind stirs the trees into shade. I sit helpless over the loss of metaphor. Language that was a joy has disappeared into a curse of confusion that gallops and cavorts about the library to a Quixote-like deeds, cavorting about, bumping into itself, trying not to be good-natured. Empty jar. Reach out for the empty stars. The jar of words is empty. Empty of metaphors, the poem has come to the last dance. The sonnet like a sleepy string orchestra. The villanelle a wordless chamber ensemble. The sestina ghostly orchestra and chorus, all empty. All have had the day when they can fill the page with opacity and subtle clarity, coming to terms with reality as I do, as if emerging from a dream. Called The Wounded Sky for Steve Mackin. Dreams bright go unanswered. Leaves barely move in the furtive sun. The sky pure and blue as if it had an order to do so. An order to be pure and blue instead of gray and dark. Sunny skies can heal all wounds. My spirit wounded during the day. Big things, little things. Some people say it their way. Poetry, learn to think, feel. Sonnets arrive online, on screen. Real life and death and life, to quote Yeats. Yes, I mourn Steve Mackin, Yeatsian, whose proud phrases rang out at sacred grounds every Wednesday. It struck me dumb when he passed away. I am not sure as if it had been intended that he should have been taken from life.
Yeah.
Monday music. Sunny Monday, 3rd Street, timid sun. Leaves like horrid tails of tides sway in the quiet air. 3rd Street sways to the beat. The quiet bass like mood music. Sunrise saxophone barks in quiet contrapuntal knowledge. The piano begins with Eric Satie, then fall in love with its own ideas. Things, the sultry fierceness of the wind in the trees, a strange July filled with fog. People roar their confusion at me. The cold demeanor of the wind, the branches of the trees look like seaweed shaking in the breeze. Seaweed shaking in the breeze. Shakes against the gray July foggy sky with a cold-hearted summer chill. Summer sonnet. A sultry stammer of the wind and sky. A day of atonal atonement. A day filled with regret and anger. The bay of cold, chill bliss of knowledge. The why of the wheres and whos. The goodbye to the spirit. The sad goodbye.
the way I look at you and your knowledge. May we come together, alone and together. Sigh and sixpence, the drear chill of the spirit, watching this day with wind and sharp cares of lordly lust. Merit makes more of what I ask myself. Warp my cares, my spirit, my feelings, for daring do, my being just kneeling. This is Steve's idea. That's Steve's idea. This is about an ex-girlfriend of mine, Alexandra. Alex and I went together during the summer of love. She was 18 and I was 22. We attended bands, chamber concerts, parentheses, at my insistence, end parentheses, movies, dining and picnic at the beach together. I'll just finish this. She had Cancer, I had Libra, compatible because of cardinal energy. She the practical teenager at bottom, I the moody type. We both lived with our parents, I in La Cañada, she in La Crescenta. She had an earthy, bikini-clad, warm-hearted come on to all, while I could be jealous and withdrawn. However, I was clever and liked to listen to Wagner, while she loved Donovan, kittens, and flowers. I could be persistent at times and make her forget other guys. But I went back to college and we broke up. By now I imagine she is married and I taught her how to drive. A VW stick, the results of a bad acid trip. Thank you very much.
Our next poet and musician is Joey.
I'm trying to make this one of my shorter songs. Written way back in June on one of them rare occasions when I was inebriated on St. Ides and something called WEED. Something like that. Kind of a singing, talking, folk blues. You know the old saying, things could be better. Things could be worse. Don't it seem like people everything in life both the blessed and the cursed. Both the blessed and the cursed. Say no, yeah. You're working hard every day. You finally get your raise in pay. Then your local senator introduces some more and takes it all away. Don't seem like people's everything in life. Spoke a blessing and a curse. Both the blessing and a curse. Now you finally get you do civil rights. You go through demonstrations and marches. Cotton Bay delays in flights. Then someone from DC comes and says, you won your freedom, peoples. You won your rights. And as your guardians, with seconds of oversight, cause things could be better. And things could be worse. Don't it seem like people everything in life spoke a blessing and a curse, but the blessing and the curse don't it seem like people everything in life spoke a blessing and a curse, spoke a blessing and a curse. There you are.
Unfortunately, Darryl won't be able to participate in this round. So we have John, Duke, and we have Steve left. Steve is up next. So each of you will have 3 minutes, okay?
Okay, I'll read just one. Make it even less than 3 minutes.
Oh, okay, then I can give you the next 2 minutes, great.
The mermaid was sitting, of course, on a big rock at Land's End Park, combing her curly black tresses with a tortoiseshell comb. I said, to break up the monotony, I thought you girls all had blonde hair to the waist. She answered, my hair was blonde, but I gave it a Clairol rinse to make it more telluric and less oceanic. What, I said? A word I don't know? What does telluric mean? She said, I don't know. Something like autochthonous. I scrambled out, that's a big help. I heard you girls singing each to each. I was wondering if you'd sing to me. She said, I'd like nothing better. What would you like to hear? I said, how about something with soul from the late 60s, when my mind first blossomed? She sang, I woke up, it was a Chelsea morning,
The first thing that I heard.
In such a beautiful soprano, I felt like I was sitting within a shell, just with her, alone, with the background waves on all the rocks put in abeyance. I clapped and told her I loved it, loved it. I asked her what she ate, slow fish and slower seaweed. She went back to combing her hair. I asked if she had an email where I might reach her. Don't be ridiculous, she said.
Okay, so our final musician and poet will be John. John, you'll have 5 minutes, okay?
All right, we're we're back on.
Chomp change, chomp, chomp change. I shine your shoes. I do it for you. And I love a chomp, chomp change. I'm in a wheelchair. Would you like it there? You got a dime to spare? I'm in a wheelchair. Here's another one. When nothing exists, it can make you wanna go wild. But it doesn't happen like that, because of where it's at. If nothing exists, it makes me wanna go wild. But it doesn't happen that way. I go okay. Get a couple more. I'll just do my Thanksgiving song here. Who's in your wallet? It's a chokehold. Where did you fall it? And you don't know. Go back to where you just stood. And after a minute, you realize your wallet is gone for good. Who's in your wallet? It's a chokehold. Thanksgiving for what? Thanks a lot. Thanksgiving for what? Thanks a lot. Thank you for the turkey. Thank you for the yams. Thank you for the yak meat and the snack treat. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. And I hope that Christmas passes me by like the New Year passes me by. And I hope that Easter, 4th of July, and Halloween will not intervene. Thanksgiving or what? Oh, shucks. Thanks a lot.
Until we meet again next Saturday, leave your troubles at the door, watch out for the banana peels out there and more. Stay safe. Next Saturday, our selected poet will be Ann Leonard, so please join us next week, okay? All right, everybody.
Yeah.
Okay.